whose responsibility is it that these people you've hired are safe? And I know what you will say is, si mimi nimemuita, anafaa ajipange. OSHA 2007 tells us that the employer, and listen very carefully. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, whatever time it is that you're watching this. My name is James Kinuthia Waithaka, the guy who gives you safety tips on how to survive both at home and work and in between. So today I want to address what I'm told is called the gig economy. It's a new term for me. But the thing is, we're going to have so many events. You are inviting, I think, your entire family for the first time. My cousins wameamua washikane, si ndio? Cousins. Sasa mumeleta party nyumbani. You need tents, you need people to cook, you need sound, you need all these things that are glamorous. So what do? Unaita watu wa kijiji wasaidie kazi, si ndio? You call for casuals, you call for helpers, si ndio? Which is a good thing because, I mean, this is a time when the economy is really boosted. I think holidays are very good economy stimulators. But let's pause for a minute. Do accidents happen when you are preparing for events? Yes, they do. Someone could fall from up there as they are fixing a light. Someone could burn as they are cooking for you. They could burn from the pressure cooker as they are boiling the meat because you want it soft for the kids. I'm trying to make it as practical so that you see where you fit into this. You're going to call someone to clear the compound. So they're going to be cutting around the bushes, cutting around the trees, trimming the fences. So there's a lot of work basically going on. But the injuries could still happen. So the question is, whose responsibility is it that these people you've hired are safe? And I know what you will say is, si mimi nimemuita, anafaa ajipange. OSHA 2007 tells us that the employer, and listen very carefully, is responsible for the safety of all the tools and equipment that are used on their site, including those that may be furnished by the employees. What does that mean? If an employee has come with a panga to trim your fence or whatever tool they have come with, the moment umempatia kazi, that tool is assumed by the law to be a tool you have provided, because it is expected that you will inspect that tool to confirm that it is safe for the person who is using. Now let's look at a scenario where this person has gotten injured. And you'll say, pigia watu wao wamchukue, it's not our responsibility. Hey, pause. Wacha nikwambie ukweli. In Kenya, whether an employment contract is formal or implied, that casual who's come to your workplace, akiumia, the law requires you to compensate them for any permanent disability they will suffer, because you may argue, I was only paying them 600, they are not my employee. That 600 will be prorated as a monthly pay for a casual. That monthly pay will be multiplied by the percentage disability they have suffered, as certified by a medical doctor, and then multiplied with 96 months. That is a compensation that you are supposed to pay that employee for getting injured. So in essence, what are we saying? Worst case scenario, God forbid, mtu amekuja kwako, alikuwa anakufixia light, akaanguka, and they die. That is 100% disability. You are supposed to pay them 600 per day. You're going to multiply that with 26 days. That 1,000 bob, for example, that you are paying them in a day, you'll multiply it with 26 days. That is 26,000. That is their monthly pay. You're going to multiply it with 96 months because it is 100% disability. So it is 100 over 100, that is 1. Multiplied by percentage by the basic pay, which is 26,000. Then multiply with 96 months. Ideally, you're looking at more than 2 million shillings that you're supposed to compensate the dependents of that victim who has died on your site. That is the law. I know you'll tell me, oh, it is not the reality. Wacha nikwambie, if they follow, because even the Bible recognizes my people perish for lack of knowledge. But the moment this is followed, you are the one to compensate that person. So when they come on site and they are working, this video is not to scare you. It is basically, first of all, to tell you that you as the employer are responsible for that casual that you brought on site. Secondly, what can you do? Make sure that they are working safely. If it is the ladder they have come with, inspect it. If it is not safe, tell them they cannot use it on your site until they come with a safe ladder. Ensure kama uko na yako mzuri kuliko yao, provide it for them. Just be intentional about making sure this person is working safely and they go back to their family safely. Otherwise, they become your responsibility. And that is the law and that is the reality. Forget what has been happening. We're in an age of information. They are going to see this. And so, as you hire them this holiday, be very careful. What are some of the ways basically you can mitigate or rather transfer this risk? By engaging a company that has resource persons. This way, if I go to say X Limited, who does outsourcing of manpower for plumbers, for electricians, I will tell them what I want done, and in this service level agreement, it could even be a one-pager. I will indicate that they must be thorough about health and safety or the people they bring to your site. That means you've basically transferred the responsibility of ensuring the safety of that employee to the person who is employing them, who is not you. You now you'll be procuring services from another service provider. Does that mean you can go ahead and just not take care of anything within your compound? No. I mean, be deliberate from a moral perspective. Ensure the environment they are working in is safe. But at the end of the day, the person bringing this person to your site should also have done a proper risk assessment. If they are working at height, they make sure they have the right fall arrest systems, fall prevention basically, and fall arrest. And then they just make sure that they are certified to do their work they are doing. Kama ni mtu wa stima, they are a certified electrician, trained, good capacity, and preferably even EPRA registered. That way, you might end up paying a small premium, but it can save you a whole lot of trouble and a whole lot of expenses from a legal perspective and even just from a moral perspective. How would you feel if someone died on your compound during Christmas Day simply because they were installing a light? That Christmas is ruined. So think about it. Let's not just look at the money. Look at the bigger picture and look at what you're also preventing from happening to this person who is also another human being, and the trouble you're saving yourself also as a service procurer. So think about it. Call us, give us a shout on our socials, on our emails, on our website. We'll keep giving you tips on how to stay safe.